Hi there, this is Andrew, and today I want to show you a mini market called produtcs. This is one of the largest and the most popular store chain in Russia. It's very convenient to visit it because the stores are located almost in every residential building, almost on every corner on the street, and prices are not high there. They are average and lots of discounts. So it's almost a year since sanctions were imposed to Russia, and they hit food supply chains, and they hit our local mini markets, our supermarkets, hypermarkets. So let's watch what do we have now on shelves, what can we buy there, what prices are there. You can compare it with your own prices in your supermarkets or mini markets. We can also see what do people buy there usually, what do they usually do there, and do we have any products there at all. This is St. Petersburg, this is Russia, and this is Petorishka. And right across the street is a school. Classes are over for the day, that's why you see so many children around. And by the way, the name Petorishka is associated with the school grade of 5. 5 is excellent in Russia, which means that everything at Petorishka is excellent. And they decided not to bother with the name, took the number 5 and added a diminutive suffix. The first thing that you see when you enter is fruit and vegetable section, tangerines, oranges, and other exotic fruits like kiwi, fruit, mango, and pineapple. Here you can see a mix of discounts. This is a cooler with salami, ham, and sour cream. And then there are boxed lunches in completely different designs. And I like that all the products are behind these glass door walls that keep the whole area cold. This retail chain also has supermarkets called produtcs, and very often there is a mini cafe area there where you can immediately heat up these lunches. This section contains a variety of products from cottage cheeses to jellies and desserts. And I can already see a brand that most of you will recognize for sure. This is Kinder. Kinder still makes products for Russia and in Russia. Also, Activia yogurts produced in Russia under the direction of American Danone. Jellies. Here we also have drinking yogurts, Denissima, lots of yogurts and dairy products in general from Belarus. I'll make a separate video about it. And this is Razhinka, more of a Russian type of fermented dairy product. You won't find much of this drink outside of Russia. Then different kinds of cottage cheese, sour cream, let's not interrupt the woman handling products. Feta for the Greek salad, almost out since it's on sale. Petorishka own brand of cheese and few shelves of butter. Many brands are from Belarus. The range hasn't changed, only the Finnish Valio has renamed its products. Apples, not the cheapest. nuts, raisin, peanut, pistachio. Oh, and I think apples from China. Almost different packaging. Very expensive, no one takes them. New fruits are coming and coming. Grapes, white and black. Pomegranate. At the same price and already packed are the tangerines. Sweetie or grapefruit from Jaffa, Israel. And I want to show a separate section of coffee and tea to go. Coffee machine, self-checkout. You don't have to look for a coffee shop, just run to the mini market for coffee. On the other side of the rack is a section of vegetables, tomatoes, the most common ones I see, and tomatoes in different colors, shapes and packages. Same with cucumbers, ordinary, special. Oh, the loader is laying down the goods there. I won't disturb him. Okay, apples slightly cheaper than the previous ones. And here is a huge fridge of sausages. The prices are completely different. Of course, they are affected primarily by the content and the brand, of course. Russians are very fond of making sandwiches with bologna. In Russia, this type of sausage rather translates as boiled sausage. Hence, of course, you have to watch what you take. Many products have a poor content, especially if you take care of your health. And this one is my favorite section in house baked pastries. Here you will find everything you want: sweet pies, pies with cabbage, chicken, pork, I don't know, greens, potatoes. Donuts are $1/2. And in the evening, the store gives an extra 20% off on all baked pastries. A section of cookies and another brand you all know, Oreo. Let's see who the manufacturer is. Egypt. Many European or American brands are made in Russian factories, and Oreo turns out doesn't have one. Russians love to drink tea and eat cookies, so you see many kinds of cookies. And choco pie from Orion. The bread section is worthy of a separate video. Now I'll show a general overview. Black bread, white bread, bread with seeds, yeast-free bread with fruits, vegetables for every taste, and various other pastries. And again a stand with a mix of promotions. Lay's, who haven't gone anywhere, on the contrary, are releasing new products out of the oven, baked, not fried. A New Year version with crab, juices, and this is cola, but not Coca-Cola. This is Dobry Cola. Coca-Cola is gone from Russia. I would say the brand has gone, not the drink itself, because this Dobry Cola continues to be made in the same factory as Coca-Cola. Further range of sodas and kvass, Cool Cola, and this is Fancy, formerly Fanta. Next to it is Tree, formerly Sprite. The situation with sodas has changed the most since sanctions. I can make a separate video about it. Guess what Everest is? This is ex Schweppes. And look at the contact information. PepsiCo. Pepsi plants are still operating too, just producing the same drinks under different brands. I think this is a fool's game. You either take responsibility and leave altogether, or stay as you are. Then goes section of small versions of sodas and beer. Beer is a separate story, of course. Lipton teas, all in place, not going anywhere. Okay, one example of foreign beer. Kvishu from Latvia, pardon my Latvian, a very popular beer at Pitorichkar, produced by Lach Places. Russian beer, also German beer, cider. This is the seafood and herring section. Cakes and pastries. Yes, sweets again. Don't forget how we like to drink tea. And here is my favorite, condensed milk, a milky sweet product, thick as sauce for pancakes, cakes, baked goods. This one is from Belarus again. In this package, and there is in a tin can. Correct price tag. So, now we go to the central hall. And we see a Coca-Cola cooler. But, of course, they already sell other drinks there. I don't know if Coca-Cola will be taking back these coolers or rebranding them. The ice cream fridge. It's winter and it's cold enough outside, but why not take the ice cream and eat it at home? Russians are not frightened by the cold. Here is a variety of chicken, poultry, wings, legs, fillets, mayonnaise at the top. Then move on to semi-finished products, minced pork and beef fillets, steaks, and again mayonnaise at the top. The store is a sort of a 3-level store. I go upstairs from the main center hall. The kids corner. You can do your shopping and your child won't disturb you, and he or she themselves will be busy. Abacus, some kind of logic game, very nice. Let's move on to the tea section. Personally, I haven't noticed any brands leaving. Still Richard, Greenfield, local Russian teas. Look at how big the selection of teas is. I told you that we like to drink tea. Black, green, fruit, Earl Grey, with lemon. And of course, what's next to the tea? The candy section. Sweets by weight, chocolates, caramels, and among the famous brands are 7 Days, 7 Days mini croissants, we'll come back to the candies later. Opposite a shelf with their instant noodles. This is definitely the cheapest food in the store. You can buy a bag of noodles for 10 cents. Dry soups. Pasta, long, short, different kinds, but all the same price. Alright, back to candy section. I'll show you something you all know. First of all, Chupa Chups Mini in assortment. Just get as much as you want. They'll bring more. Then nuts, Bounty, Snickers Mini, and also Milky Way, and many other local candies. Continuing the sweet theme, marmalade, chocolate paste, chocolate bars. Again about the Chupa Chups, but here comes the Frutella Super Fruit, and it says new on the package. It doesn't look like the company wants to leave the Russian market. Member and Russian equivalent Bon Paris, which are 2.5 times cheaper and to my taste not different from the foreign ones. Dried crusts and gingerbread section. Yes, still tied to the tea. Just imagine how much space is given to the tea party. Salted sticks, pretzels, and these pretzels are made in Poland. They called saltlets by Lawrence. I like them so much. Dry bread rings. They even have a picture of samovar. And again rows of cookies with chocolate, with strawberries, Oreo, Chocoboy, Chocopie with berries, and traditional one. Again, cookies. That's all cookies. Tired of tea and cookie section, then children's section and well-known Pampers. And on top are children porridges by Nestle. Again, Pampers. Opposite is a rack of long stored milk in boxes, as well as vegetable milk. And we return to kids section. These are bottles of water, juices, porridges, some smoothies, kid smoothies, in various packaging, bottles. The popcorn section, here it is at the bottom, and above that ready to eat breakfasts. Nestle and Finnish brands also here. Moving on to sugar and salt. The first two prices are per kilogram. Then sugar and salt in other packages, prices are different. Condiments and spices section for soups, hot dishes. Again, different prices, different manufacturers. Here you can see Maggi, many foreign brands, Catania. I remember Catania is from Germany. A section of flour, wheat flour, rye flour. Here is the price per kilogram of regular, locally produced wheat flour. And then we go to the vegetable oil section. Various sunflower oils. And up are olive and or coconut oil. For example, here is an regular olive oil bottle, like a half-liter bottle. The glass dark bottle to protect extra virgin oil from sun rays, produced in Spain. Next, this and other side are reserved for canned goods, canned fruits, vegetables, mushrooms, various fish, meats, beef, chicken. This is fish. Then again, vegetables, corn, and peas. On the corner is a small section with fried sunflower seeds. It seems to me that this product is traditional for Russia, not for the rest of the world. I've been to supermarkets in Europe and the United States, but I don't remember such product there. But I may be wrong. Post in the comments if your supermarket sells sunflower seeds. And here are even roasted pumpkin seeds. It seems to me more and more like a traditional Russian product. The egg section, but it's cleaning, we won't go there. In general, a dozen of eggs cost $1, but I'll make a separate video on them. We will compare prices in Russia and in the world in more detail. Let's go down to the main hall. There is more to show. Here's a whole wall freezer and floor freezer with frozen foods, vegetables, fruits, and especially semi-finished meat, also ice cream. Speaking about semi-finished products, you can reheat or boil at home in 5 to 10 minutes and you have quick dinner without the hassle. Dumplings, pizzas, huge variety of meat, also pancakes. You could call it poor people's food because prices are low and the food is nutritious. So, and we go to the last level of the store. For this we have to go downstairs from the main hall. Household utilities, packaging, bags, bulbs, cleaning and dishwashing products, disposable dishes, and immediately world famous brand Domestos, Sif, Fairy, Family Pack Fairy, then Finish, Persil, washing machine capsules, Vanish for stains, Persil laundry gels, Tide, wet and paper tissues, pocket tissues, cotton pads. There is pet food section, in particular a variety of cat food. Kitty Cat, Felix, Purina 1, Perfect Fit. Again Kitty Cat and small packs of breed, Whiskas, cheap and affordable. Local catty food in cans. And I see dog food, but it's Purina 1, but the dog food is among the cat food. And it seems that Russians like more cats than dogs, and here we see Chappie. Next to it is their personal care section, soaps, shower gels, Dove, Palmolive, Colgate products, toothpastes, and brushes. Many kinds brushes on the top. Yeah, and there is no shortage. Palette and Garnier hair dye, Rexona deodorants, Shalma men shampoos, Their assortment in this section is not large, much more products can be found in hypermarkets. I'll show you it in the next videos, but as a convenience store, Petorchka does a great job, all basic products in one place. And here you can see toilet paper, various packages, various prices, and boom, yeah, right across a fairly large beer section. It's located on the lower level of the store, turned away from the entrance, located in the corner, which means we are struggling with excessive consumption of alcohol, given that there is also a school nearby. But a little illogical is the fact that on the middle level at the entrance we've already seen a small assortment of beer, and in general, how can you stop a child from visiting a particular section of the store? I show you here just a general price, uh, more about beer next video. Here are snacks, you just grab snacks and grab a beer and go away if you just need it. We see Lays again, many local brands, and the most noticeable loss due to the sanctions is Pringles. They are no longer sold in these stores, but you can always order them online. We see the beer section continues, craft beer, local, foreign, and cider. We move smoothly to the non-alcoholic beverage section. In this video, I try to do a general overview of the range. In more detail, I'll talk about the drinks also in the following video. A quick glance at the shelves reveals the brands you know, Lipton, many local sodas as well as rebranded after the sanctions. Here's juice. As you can notice, many juice boxes are white. This is due to a shortage of paint, which before the sanctions had been bought from the United States. Let's turn back to the soda rack, rebranded Fanta and Sprite, which, as I said earlier, turned into fancy and street, variety of cola, Funky Monkey Cola, Dobry Cola, Cool Cola, Chill Out Cola, Chernogolovka Cola. There is cola with even brand Pichorishkar, that brand what kid at the front of the store was talking about. I'll make a separate video about the color. You don't even realize you are looking at famous brands now. So that's the magic of sanctions and rebranding. We go back to the main hall. Once again, you can take another look at the range. I have tons of information and materials for you on various topics from the supermarkets. Yeah, now you can see bottled water section, still sparkling water, big bottles, small bottles. So yeah, and you can just see that there is no shortage of any goods at all. This is a self-checkout area with one regular cash register. I always choose self-checkouts in those stores which have such feature. Here is Pepsi brand cooler, but like the neighboring Coca-Cola cooler, it has no Pepsi, just local brands, beer, energy drinks, juices. The other two cash registers are closed, they will be open during rush hour. As usual in the checkout area, small sweets, Milky Way, chocolates, Mars, Snickers, Halls, Tic Tacs, Mentos, everything as before. There is a cigarette cabinet here and parcel terminal in the background. Oh, I see the loader has finally laid out the products, and at the end of the video we can get to the potatoes, carrots and cabbage. Please excuse me for the inconsistency of the products at the end of this video, but people in the store are at work too. You shouldn't interfere with their work and keep getting in their way. The most basic local potatoes and foreign potatoes in nets tend to be of better quality respectively and a higher price. Washed and unwashed carrots, cabbage and onions in the background. So So that's all for today, and I hope you liked this video, and please hit the subscribe button and see you later.